welcome to TezMania TV. In today's video we are going over the basics of drawing a wing with eyeliner. So I thought I'd start by mentioning the fact that there are so many different products out there and it can be a little bit of a jungle, as it is with finding a favorite brand and stuff. So to each their own, and as I always say, in makeup there are no rules. So if you have your own way of doing things, don't listen to me. Like, do what works for you. That's fine. This is more like a guide if you feel like you need some help, because people have been requesting that I do this for a while, and eyeliner can be tricky. So yeah, you're not alone. For beginners, I always recommend felt tip liners because they're super easy to work with. They are, however, not as long lasting as a liquid eyeliner, for instance, but for practice, they're perfect. This one is by Kat Von D, and it's basically just a pen. And we're usually used to dealing with pens, so that makes it pretty easy. And when the tip is very fine and narrow like this one, it makes it a lot easier to get a nice clean line. So that is the product that I recommend. It doesn't specifically have to be this brand. Like, I have this one from the Body Shop that might be even more narrow than the Kat Von D one. There's so many different ones out there, and there are really chunky ones as well. There are two-sided ones with a thicker edge on one side and a thinner on the other. You also have gel liners, you have pencil liners, obviously, and yeah, there are so many products out there. So I'm not going to be focusing on the product itself. That is up to you to find what works for you. I have slightly hooded eyes, which means that the skin of my eye kind of tends to lay down on top of my eyelid, which means that I need a product that is super strong and really stays on. And I also have allergies, yay, so I use a waterproof eyeliner. This is the one that I use. It is the Glossy Eyeliner in 40 Chrome Black by Isadora, and this is a liquid liner. It looks like this, so it is not as fine tipped as the two felt tip liners that I just showed you, but I'm used to dealing with this, so I know how to make it work. Another option that you have, obviously, is to switch up the applicator that comes with whatever product you're choosing to use, and just use a small makeup brush, like a tiny little detailed brush like this one instead. You can do that for any eyeliner product. Maybe not with the felt tip liner, but for everything else, even for this one, you kind of just dip it into the pot or just drag it off of the applicator as it is. So the way I have been taught to do it is to apply everything else, like the full base. If I want eyeshadow, I'm only wearing like super light to make up to date so you guys can really see what I'm doing. You do all of that first, and then you finish off by doing the eyeliner. And after the eyeliner, you do the mascara. So that's the order that I do things in, and that is the order that I was taught to do things in. But like I said, if you prefer doing things in a different order and they work for you, go ahead and do that. Crazy close up. I can actually do felt tip on one side and then use the liquid one on the other side if you guys want to see if there's a difference. I'm using the Body Shop Skinny Felt Eyeliner on one side, which is a felt tip again. No matter which product I use, I always start in the middle. And the reason why I start in the middle is because when you use a liquid liner, it has a lot of product when you initially start, and you don't want to start with a big old blob in the inner corner. So I'm just used to doing it like that, so I do that even with a felt tip liner. But with a felt tip, you can start in the inner corner. I'm just used to starting in the middle, so I'm going to do that anyway. So what you want to do is get as close to the lash line as possible. You do not want to get a gap between the lash line and the product, because that's not going to look good. And then I just keep going into the inner corner. And you have to adjust for your eye shape here. Like I said, I have hooded eyes. So what I do then is try to find the angle that I want to do, and you can do a lot of different angles. If you want to go super high up or down even, or straight out, really big, like there are so many things you can do. And some people hold their skin out like this in case they have some wrinkles, just to help soften it out. Other people use a stencil to make sure the line is straight. You can do that. You can add some tape if you want and just drag across that. It just takes a little bit extra time, so I prefer not to do that. So what I do is just go to where I want the tip to be and then drag it in. Like that. And then just kind of fill in what needs to be filled in. And then if I want it to be discreet, like it is now, I can leave it like this. But I usually don't like discreet, as you guys know. So I usually kind of connect the line even further. So we have it a little bit thicker now. And some people have eye shapes where this thing is perfectly connected, so you can drag it all the way like this. For small hooded eyes like mine, that doesn't work because the skin flap kind of continues into the eye. So I'd have to fake it if I want to do that thing. So I kind of just start like here and drag it like that to get that inner corner wing. So that is the basic. But then, like, this is very, very discreet, so I might want to take it out even further. But I always angle the applicator like this. I don't turn it this way and, like, flick it out, because you have less control that way. And just made it even thicker, just to show you. So if I relax my face muscles, this is what happens when you have hooded eyes. See, it lays down on top of this. I don't walk around with my face relaxed like this. I walk around with it like this. So it works. If you have super hooded eyes though, it doesn't really require you to relax your face in order for the skin to lay down on top of it like this. It will do that anyway. So hooded eyes are tricky. You might need to start this a little bit higher up so that it ends up like up here instead. Just try different things. I'm going to show you on the other side with the liquid liner, which is the one that I usually use. So again, starting in the middle. And then working my way into the inner corner. And with this one, if you have hooded eyes, you need to be careful with blinking or opening your eyes up all the way until it's completely dried, or it's going to end up all over your eyelid, and that is super annoying. So just do the same thing, really. Let's do this one a little bit thicker. Got a real nice thick one right now. And yeah, look what just happened. Because I just did this, I have some right here in my crease right now. That's what happens if you don't wait until it dries. I just get a Q-tip and clean that shit up. So this one comes off a lot more opaque and black. As you can see, this one is a little bit more discreet, almost dark gray looking, but again, that depends on the brand. It's not like all felt tip ones are exactly like this one. But I like the really, really deep black that I get from this. And this is actually, it's called chrome because you get sort of a shine in it. It's not completely dried yet, but you still have a shine after it's dried. I really like that. So let's do this little guy. And again, because my eye is the shape that it is, I can't really connect these in a straight line the way that other people with other eye shapes can. So it's a little bit of a cheat to do it this way, but it still works. So yeah, obviously I prefer the more dramatic one, as I'm sure you guys know. And then you can go bananas. Like, you can drag it straight out. You can do double lines. You can do like going downwards as well. There's so many cool things that you can do. I'm just gonna make them equal. And then add the mascara so you can see the actual finished result. And working on symmetry is also one of those things that just takes time. You can't learn that like this. You have to practice, practice, practice. So I'm gonna go ahead and add mascara. There we go, bit of mascara on there, and obviously if I were to wear false lashes, that would make this pop even more. But just by adding eyeliner, this is already a super dramatic look. So eyeliner is a fantastic way to get sort of evening looks out of really simple basic looks. You don't even need a bunch of glitters or eyeshadows or whatever. The eyeliner does a lot of that for you. that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you have any eyeliner related questions, go ahead and post those in the comments and I'll try to respond as fast as I can. But yeah, so that's the way that I do it and the product that I prefer. But everybody's got to find their own thing that works for their lifestyle, their skin type, their eye shape, anything like that. So hopefully this was a little bit of help for those of you who are starting out or feel like you need a little bit of assistance. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for requesting this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys!